Hello everyone, I am Ritesh Chawla and I welcome you all to the Face2Face series presented by UniApply. Here we talk to the educational leaders and in this candid conversation they share their experience that how they struggle to establish such successful educational institute. With their experience we are going to enlighten a lot of parents and now without taking much of time I would like to welcome Mrs. Kumar. She is the principal and head of the school for Mira Nursery. So, ma'am, today we are going to ask you a lot of questions, and the questions will be for the parents. They are really keen to know a lot of thing about your school. So, I will start with the very basic question, ma'am. What is the vision and mission, for establishing this school?
See, if we talk of vision of Mira Nursery, the basic vision is to have a strong foundation in a child's journey for self-exploration. It is very important for a child to know what actually he is doing. And we have this in mind that we want every child to know at a very early age what he should explore himself, which is the most important thing in child's journey, which we feel.
So, ma'am, there must be a lot of struggle for establishing this educational institution. So, if you can share a few things of the founders, that how they started and what they did to, reach here where you are heading this institution today.
See, almost 3 decades this school is now old, and when we started this school, it was our mission. We created such an atmosphere where the parents were, feeling safe and secure sending their children to us. Initially, we started with a very small group of children by giving them a formal home atmosphere. See, there is a very fine line difference between home environment and formal home environment.
Right.
A child must know at very early age. School means school, and there should be some discipline when you come to school, and discipline always starts at very early age.
Right. Ma'am, as you know, like 2020 was a year which changed everything. Every landscape of business, if we talk about education, it impacted from a newborn to somebody who's really old age, right? And it also impacted school in a way. So, how your school adopted the new way of teaching and academic delivery when it comes to technology with Mira Nursery School?
Ritesh, we are very fortunate to have an excellent team in Mira Nursery School, because initially when this 2020, this pandemic happened, most of the things were online. It was a new experience for our team as well as for these little ones. So with great difficulty, first thing was that we had to train our team also for taking online classes. We did that, and after doing that, it is all hats off to this team that they made it so interested that these little ones were glued to their laptops and mobiles. It was a difficult scene for us also, but we managed it very well, and I am happy to share that our online classes are doing fantastically well in this vicinity.
Right. So that is really good to know that your team quickly adapted and parent got benefited out of the entire, support and the efforts which your team made to the parents, right? Now the question is, ma'am, so the academic delivery was done so well, but you must have seen a phase where you have to take admission also online, right? Because the movement was pretty stopped and parents were not able to move out. So how your school adopted technology when it comes to admission, right? So if you can tell us something about that.
Yeah, why not? So Ritesh, you were asking me about what is the process of how technology helped us in the admission process.
Right, ma'am.
So I just want to share you my experience, since I am in this field from last 40 years.
Right.
Initially, parents were looking for, they had a lot of time. They were going school to school, searching for good schools and seeing their playgrounds and the buildings and infrastructure. But now, at this present moment, seeing this pandemic, they can't even move out, don't go out. So what they do is they just click and find out. Initially, if the grandfather or the uncles have studied in a school, automatically the children were going to the same school.
Right.
But now these young parents, they make a lot of search.
Right.
And for search, this platform of UniApply is really helping them.
Right.
Because they can go to that platform and see, compare all the schools and
Right.
see which school is having more facilities,
Right.
what are the important features of that school.
Right.
So it is helping them out in getting admission to their children. So in our this thing, they were coming to us in live, taking the form, filling the form, submitting the forms. But now on one click, they complete all the formalities and get their child admitted to a school of their choice.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. So wonderfully you articulated the entire process because you have been experienced for 4 decades. Now, ma'am, I would also like to know that how your school stand different as compared to other schools in the vicinity is one. And if you can, add on some essence of what pedagogical component you use to train your kids.
See Ritesh, when a child takes admission in a school, the parents also feel that a child immediately becomes an all-rounder and his development should be, perfect according to his expectation,
Right.
which is not fair at part of,
I'm sure.
school. Because when you put your child in a school, my approach for a 3-year-old is that it is very, very important to know your child.
Right.
So when you know your child for at least for 15 to 20 days,
Right.
and then if you pressurize a child, the story comes to an end.
Right.
It is really, it has to come from a child, that yes, I want to do this.
Right.
So, normally parents are in a hurry that he should start learning and should start writing. No, that's not fair.
Right.
So, when a child comes to Mira Nursery, he's been given the sand trays, he's given the newspapers and the thick crayons. So, he just scribbles. And when that, urge comes from inside that now I want to write something, that is the point when we teach a child to write. So,
Right.
this is our approach, that it has to come from child that yes, I want to learn. So, we create an atmosphere where the child feels that yes, now I want to learn, I want to write. This kind of atmosphere is created in Mira Nursery. So, Ritesh, now I just want to share with you that why and how Mira Nursery is different from other nursery school in this vicinity. We have a beautiful campus,
Right,
lush
ma'am.
green campus, where children can breathe fresh air,
Right.
they can play, they can explore the nature. And when we just take them for sometimes we take them for a nature walk.
Right.
You don't have to go out.
Right.
Our campus is sufficient for them. They
Right.
just take a nature walk and see so many kind of trees, birds are here. So they all enjoy the nature. So this is a very, very, this is a strength of our Mira Nursery, that the children enjoy the nature at the best.
In fact, in the city life, ma'am, don't you feel that parents are nowadays, because of the nuclear family, they are living in a small houses, on the floors, flats. So the exposure to nature is, of course, important.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
it is very, very important. And they look forward when
Right.
they come for admission, they take a round of the campus and they feel so happy. In fact, one of the parents just now when came for admission, he says, ma'am, I've never experienced such a beautiful campus of the schools which I've experienced today. So
Right.
it was a very good, a very positive remark from him.
Right.
And we are happy. And I'm happy to share that in this vicinity, our school campus is the most beautified campus.
That's wonderful, man. That's good to know, ma'am. So, ma'am, as you know that the holistic education is really important. Academic has an important role to play in child's life, but the extra co-curricular and the co-curricular activities, sport is really important for the holistic growth. So, how your school is taking this forward?
Yeah, we do believe in holistic development, and each child is unique.
Right.
And we here really we celebrate all the festivals, and activity is the major important part of our curriculum. And of course, when we talk of sports, very early age we start all kind of sports. Rock wall climbing is a very important feature of our school. We have first rock wall
Right.
just in this vicinity, and
Right.
they start at very early age.
Right.
These 3+ children also try to climb.
Wow.
And you must have seen a
Right.
wall outside the classes.
Right.
So it is a very important feature. Plus all kind of sports children take part in. It's maybe judo, karate, or we have a structured curriculum for sports also. Not only on education or academics, but we give importance to all other activities also. And it is really, it helps a child for his holistic development.
So, ma'am, one question comes, and this is very important. So how school address and caters the need of safety of a kid, where the parent is also satisfied, okay, my kid is in the safe hands?
It is very important question indeed, Ritesh, because safety and security matters a lot to the parents.
Right.
So here I just want to share that to receive a child and dispersal of from the school is very important features of the school, and we are having cameras all over, plus we have the iCard for the parent, for the vendors, van vendors, for the drivers. Whoever comes to pick the child has to show the iCard. Without showing the iCard, we will not hand over the child to the concerned person. And at the time of admission, we issue 2 gate pass, one for the parent and one for the child. So if a parent is coming to pick up the child, he will show. If the parent says that authorize somebody that this person is going to pick up the child, that person will show us the iCard and we will hand over the child to that concerned person. It is a very important features.
Right.
For this reason, we have all over the playgrounds, outside the washrooms,
Right.
reception areas, cameras are installed, every
Right.
possible place where we can put. In addition to this, I would love to share with you that when a child comes to school, for these 4-5 hours, we are the parent to these little ones.
Right.
So we have a very well equipped medical room.
Right.
A medical assistant is there
Right.
for the children.
Right, ma'am.
Plus, we have 1 ayah per class and also 2 teachers per class. One
Right.
is main teacher and the other one is assistant teacher. So we have 2 teachers and 1 maid per class because these babies are very small.
Right.
So our concern is just to give them a very conducive environment
Right.
so that they feel secure, and when they go home, they just the kind of feedback they give to their parents is that they were happy.
Right.
Happiness, what a parent want to see on a child face. So we make sure that we send the children from school with a happy mood.
Thank you for being with us today, and I'm sure this knowledge of yours is going to enlighten a lot of parents, and you have shared your 4-decade experience, which is really important, and we are blessed to have you here, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you
and
very much.
thank you everyone for watching us. I'm Ritesh Chawla signing off.